sad about a boy. A Canadian heartthrob seducing teenage girls around the world.
My one heart, my one life.
A savvy young singer who's hit the big time. Thanks to YouTube.
I need to find this kid.
My spots.
Right here.
Sandie Rinaldo.
Why do you think all of this is happening to you?
With the sudden superstardom of Justin Bieber.
I love to be on stage. I love to be able to perform for my fans.
And how his world will never be the same.
Get ready because it's going to be big. Ain't that right, Justin? That's right.
And
comfort us in our loneliness.
a small town digs up shocking secrets, horrifying discoveries from 6 feet under.
You don't expect that.
What exactly did the funeral director do with the bodies of the deceased?
This has taken something away from us that we'll never get back.
This is an amazing breach of trust.
Victor Mallory,
Mr. Smith?
with a once respected man's haunting decisions
It was almost surreal.
and a community's battle to find what lies beneath.
We don't want to be known as the town that couldn't bury their dead straight.
This is CTV's W5. Here is Sandie Rinaldo.
Welcome to W5. Ask just about any teenage girl if they'd like to meet Justin Bieber, and the answer is likely to be yes, yes, yes. After all, Bieber is an A-list teen heartthrob, able to make young girls swoon. His concerts are sellouts. His fans line up for hours for a brief glimpse. Not bad for a kid from Stratford, Ontario, who only 2 years ago was busking to get money to help his single mom. Then Justin put some of his songs on the internet and was quickly discovered. Getting started may have been, well, leave it to Bieber, but it's been anything but that since, with hit CDs, concert tours, and Justin Bieber rocketing to music stardom.
You may think this is an ordinary kid on a bike, but you're wrong. There is something extraordinary about Justin Bieber. Just ask any 13-year-old girl.
He's so hot. We got Justin Bieber tattooed on our back. Look.
Justin Bieber is the teenage it boy of the moment. He's cute, he's confident, and his debut CD has skyrocketed to #1 in Canada. In the US, it was the biggest release of the year by a new artist.
When you're on the stage performing, are you thinking of the audience? Are you thinking of your music? What are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of the audience. I feed off of everybody's energy, and when they're screaming, and that just makes me feel very, very good.
His video, One Time, has been viewed more than 100 million times on the internet. Girls can't get enough of him. Last November, 3,000 of them converged on a Long Island, New York mall. Bieber mania almost caused a riot, and 4 people were taken to hospital.
There were people getting trampled. We saw people getting pushed. We saw dads, parents
getting separated from their children.
Yeah, there were 10-year-old kids standing outside by themselves.
Somebody found her, she got hurt, and I got pushed up against the wall like this.
All this for what?
Justin Bieber.
Fame came quickly for Bieber because of a chance meeting with hip-hop heavyweight Usher.
I'ma tell you one time.
Like Justin, Usher was a teen idol. Now he's a megawatt superstar and producer. He co-produced the 15-year-old's debut single.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you Island Def Jam recording artist Justin Bieber. It's getting ready to go down. Just so you know, we're in the studio right now working on it. Get ready because it's going to be big. Ain't that right, Justin?
That's right.
That's right. So look out. We're coming.
Atlanta is hip-hop central. That's where Usher's co-producer Scooter Braun lives and where he first discovered Justin. 3 years ago, he was looking for new talent on the internet when he accidentally came across Justin singing on YouTube. It was a life-changing moment for both Justin and Scooter.
I was a huge Michael Jackson fan, and I wanted to find a kid who could do songs like Michael did when he was a kid.
Think about you. Good idea.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
kid is about to be famous.
When he found this video of Bieber busking on a street corner, all of Braun's instincts told him he had found his diamond in the rough.
I was really impressed with, how young he was and how he was holding the crowd and with his guitar, and, he was raw talent. And my gut just went off, and I said, I need to find this kid.
And find him he did, in Stratford, Ontario, where then 12-year-old Justin lived with his mother.
I got in touch with the school boards of 3 different areas from the Google banners, and told them I'm looking for this kid, and please have his mother call me from an unknown number so she doesn't feel like I'm a weirdo.
And that's exactly what Justin's mom, Patty, thought, an internet weirdo.
This Scooter Braun character, like 25-year-old kid from Atlanta with a Gmail address, didn't sound very professional to me.
We talked about life and ended up having a 2-hour conversation. And she had never been on an airplane before, and neither had Justin. And I convinced them to let me fly them down to see me.
It was like a Hollywood rags to riches tale for Justin, who was posting videos on YouTube for his family after placing second in a local talent contest.
He flew me out to Atlanta. I got to meet him. Great guy, really solid guy. Ended up hanging out with him. He was taking me to a studio to meet some people where I met Usher in a parking lot randomly. And
how do you meet Usher in a parking lot? You pulled up into a parking lot and Usher was there?
Yeah, it was a studio parking lot. Usher just pulls up in his Range Rover, and I'm like, wow, that's Usher. Wow, that's a Range Rover. Like, I'd never seen any of them. So I ran up to Usher. I was like, Usher, I love your songs. Can I sing you one? And he was like, oh, well, let's just go inside, little buddy. It's cold out. So I didn't get to sing for him. I was really disappointed. And then we get a call a week later saying that Usher saw my videos on YouTube and wants to fly me back to Atlanta to have a meeting and stuff.
It sounds almost too good to be true, but wait.
You were my son.
There was another pop star infected with Bieber fever.
You didn't know all the ways I loved you. No.
We had already had it scheduled a week later to go to meet Justin Timberlake, because Justin Timberlake also wanted to sign him. So it almost became like a bidding war between them, 2 of the biggest pop stars, wanting to be involved with my little Justin.
Pretty fairy tale stuff for Patty as well, who had Justin when she was only 17, raised him as a single mother, working 2 jobs to make ends meet. Patty's parents, Bruce and Diane Dale, provided strong family support.
All right, Lord Father, I'd like to thank you.
And together they instilled a solid religious foundation that shaped Justin's upbringing.
You'll just bless this night.
He's always been energetic. You had to keep him going all the time. He had to be in sports all the time, or if not, he was bouncing off the walls.
He was pretty much good at everything that he put his mind to. He played travel hockey, travel soccer, won tournaments in the chess club. He just really excelled at everything he did.
But it was music he loved most, and an audience, and the money he could make busking in front of Stratford's Avon Theatre.
Very seldom did he come home from a night without $150 to $200 for sitting there for about an hour.
My spot specifically was kind of like
right here. Okay, and what made you decide to come and do it here?
This is like one of the main tourist attractions, so there's always a bunch of people out here. I actually raised enough money to get my mom. I took her to on a vacation to Florida.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty great. Justin, when you set out to do this, did you have a goal in mind?
No, I was basically just doing it for fun.
91.5 The Beat, live on location.
Welcome back to the show. It's Mike Devine and the whispering Justin Bieber.
What's up?
And the fun hasn't stopped. Here at the Beat Radio in Kitchener, Ontario, Justin works the microphone like a seasoned pro.
You got a brand new website. Let's talk about it.
I do. It's justinbiebermusic.com.
All right.
You can see where I'm at all times, as well as my Twitter, and you can go to my merch and buy some Justin Bieber stuff.
Get some stuff. What
Get
kind
some
of stuff you got?
Get some T-shirts. Get some keychains.
Yeah.
Get some posters. Justin Bieber. All you can get. justinbiebermusic.com.
The girls have the radio station under siege. Like any teenage boy, Justin likes to fool around and is constantly hungry. A quick call to a fan, and presto.
Look at this.
Oh my God.
A Big Mac arrives, but the fun ends when Mom lays down the rules.
You're not allowed to have the Big Mac. Have a bite.
Okay, we go. 10 seconds.
Well, 10 seconds.
We had a dinner planned, and somebody brought him some McDonald's because he was craving it, and I took it away, and I said, no, you're not eating this beforehand.
Who took my Big Mac?
Was it confiscated?
It was confiscated.
It's great that he's so blessed and stuff, but I would try to keep a balance.
And one more, sorry, for my friend Megan.
Blessed, yes, but nothing is normal anymore. Instead of attending school, Justin travels with a tutor. A visit to his old high school turns into an autograph session. The day we're there, he wants us to meet his favorite teachers, Miss Brooker and Mr. Monteith.
I guess it's Mr. Monteith then that kind of stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah? Why?
I don't know. He was always he gave me a lot of slack.
Yeah. Well, meaning what?
Meaning I was like somewhat of a, I don't know, I gave teachers a hard time sometimes.
Okay, all right, that's good. You're about to censor.
I always like to goof off. I like to be the center of attention.
And look at this. Talk about coincidence not planned whatsoever.
Good to see you.
Me too, you too.
How have you been?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
What do you remember about him most? Was there anything that stood out?
He has no fear, is one of the things that I found about him. I couldn't believe how quickly he could pick things up, like whether it be basketball, soccer, or obviously music and dancing and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I remember recognizing Justin's passion for singing even in grade 7.
From busker to headliner at Toronto's Air Canada Centre, Bieber is lapping up the attention as he rides the wave of pop music celebrity.
I get energized. I love to be on stage. I love to be able to perform for my fans. I like to be able to see their smile and being able to hear their screaming because I'm doing something that they like and that they want to be there for. So I love to perform.
I'm not right. One love, my one heart, my one life for sure. Let me tell you one time. Come on.
Next,
I live in a suitcase. I travel so much.
how long can this go on?
I think the jury's still out.
The toll of fortune and fame.
I used to know what he was doing all the time. Now you never know.
And the thrill of a lifetime.
Together, baby, there is nothing we won't do.
Hi, Grandma.
Bye, sweetheart. Bye, sweetie.
Bye, sweetie.
Oh, yeah.
For teen pop star Justin Bieber, a visit home to Stratford, Ontario is becoming a rare thing.
I live in a suitcase. I travel so much.
We're always on the road. We are in hotels and living out of our suitcase on adventures.
A little more difficult for grandfather Bruce Dale, who really can't understand this world his darling grandson has brought to his doorstep.
I find it very hard to, they're away, and I used to know what he was doing all the time. Now you never know.
Life's changed so dramatically for Justin. Are you worried for him?
No, Patty's there. She will look after him.
Well, why don't you call and ask her if she wants to go tonight?
Okay.
If Grandpa wants to know what Justin is doing, he should call Justin's manager, Scooter Braun.
Hey. That's fun. Finish the call and he's on the radio.
He's orchestrating Justin's career like a finely tuned military operation.
We did a rollout of 4 songs, and then there's going to be 3 more songs on the physical that you haven't heard, and then 1 song that's an iTunes exclusive, so you can get 8 digitally.
Only 28, and Braun is already a music industry veteran. Billboard magazine calls him one of the top 30 under 30 to watch. He'll tell you it's all about marketing and hype.
You can't think just music anymore. This is a multimedia business, and the exposure is worldwide now. You know, they can tell me about 20 years ago and how many more records they can sell and everything else, but they can't tell me that they could fly to Germany or fly to the UK or fly to Australia and show up and have thousands of kids screaming. That's the internet. That's the world being a small place.
Come on, everybody! Well, the world may be a small place, but to become an international superstar, he'll have to crack the big markets like New York. And Bieber is doing it, with performances like this one for the Today Show. And at concert halls like Toronto's Government and the Cool House. Fans began lining up here at dawn, and they keep warm by singing their favorite Bieber anthem.
Your world is my world, and my fight is your fight.
We caught up with Bieber before the concert, where he was smuggled in through a cargo entrance away from his adoring fans.
Why do you think all of this is happening to you?
I think that as a 15-year-old kid, I'm able to, I'm trying to say it without being arrogant, but not a lot of kids are able to play as many instruments as I play. I'm not trying to be like cocky or anything, but it's just like I'm able to sing and write music, and I think that is. And also, I already had a fan base on YouTube before I was signed.
Critics will say that you are basically a product of marketing.
Okay.
That when it comes down to it, it's all the YouTube hype, it's all the attention you get online.
Okay.
Do you see yourself as a product of marketing hype?
I think that everything happened organically. It wasn't something that the record label was pushing. It was basically happened because my fans liked me. And I think that coming from Stratford, Ontario, and just like, it basically gave others like hope, because I come from basically somewhere that nothing really comes from there, like nothing, like nobody's ever came out of Stratford, Ontario and been famous or...
Wait, Lloyd Robertson has come out of Stratford, Ontario and been famous. He anchors the national news on CTV.
I'm just saying there hasn't been somebody to come out and be known worldwide.
Okay.
Do you agree on that point?
Well, you know, it's hard to say, because
you think Lloyd Robinson is known in a little town in Germany?
Probably not, because he anchors the national news in Canada. So you're saying you've got international appeal. That's the point you're making?
Ma'am.
Hello, Canada. Welcome to Idol.
He may have international appeal today, but according to Canadian Idol judge and CEO of Management Trust, Jake Gold, that appeal might be very short term.
I think the jury's still out. I don't think it's in yet.
Well, at some point, there's only so much marketing and PR you can do. Ultimately, he's going to have to stand on his own talent, if he truly is talented.
I think what happens when you're a young artist, especially when you're surrounded by, you know, the idol makers, that what happens is that it's hard to see the talent through the marketing. You don't really know what the talent is, and you can't really tell what the talent is until down the road.
Back at the Cool House, 2,200 young girls and their parents wait for a 30-minute performance. With kids as young as 6 or 7, the staff takes precautions. Extra security guards to make sure the little girls don't get trampled in the crowd. Water is handed out to keep them cool.
Please welcome Justin Bieber! You gotta believe in me. Believe like a fairy tale.
think that I'm gonna be a career artist.
I mean, in terms of staying power, look at the people who've made it, who started as child stars.
Yes.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
But then look at David Cassidy. Look at some of the others. I mean, there's some on a trajectory, huge, famous stars.
Yes.
Others, goodbye, here one day, gone the next.
Yes.
How do you know which one you're going to be?
I think that being humble and being able to just have that ability to show others positive messages and being able to influence others in a positive way.
Are you humble?
I think so, yes.
What makes you humble?
I think it's very good to surround your people with people that aren't going to just make you feel like you're bigger, because there are people that have done that, put people around them that, oh, what do you want? Can I get you something?
So you say they feed into their ego and they make the ego larger than it is.
Yes.
Will you know if you've crossed the line and become obnoxious?
I think I will. I think that there are so many kid stars that have fallen down the wrong path and that have been just done the wrong thing, because this is a hard business and people just lose themselves.
Together, baby, there is nothing we won't do.
Staying grounded is one thing, but keeping the momentum going will make him a superstar, which means staying connected to that teen audience.
I'm into you, girl, no.
Okay, give me your hands, give me your hands.
Afterwards, Scooter is hands-on, organizing the girls for a photo op.
All right, guys.
Whether Bieber can grow musically as his audience matures will be the key to his longevity. As for Justin, he has big plans.
5 years down the road, I maybe see myself furthering my career, maybe win a Grammy, as well as maybe moving forward into acting more, maybe starring in a movie, which would be great. So that's where I see myself.
So pretty lofty ambitions.
Yes.
This is just the beginning.
Yes.
Well, things just keep getting bigger and better for Justin Bieber. He's been on the U.S. talk show circuit, Saturday Night Live. He even performed for the U.S. First Family at the White House Easter egg roll. What's more, he's had 2 albums on the Billboard Top 200 at the same time, the youngest artist ever to do so. And he begins a North American concert tour in June. And finally, a recent People magazine cover story described Justin Bieber as, quote, the biggest pop star on earth.